Hey butterflies, welcome back to Evolving Butterfly Goddess with me, Moe Nicole. Here we are all about evolving out loud in our life, our money, and our purpose through the energy of our ancestors. I want to thank you for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes here on the channel. A major shout out to all of the channel members as well as the members over on my website. Thank you for your continued support. And a thank you to those of you all who have purchased my tea or my candles from my tea and candle company or any of my books off of Amazon. Thank you for your support. So we are back with another grandmother ancestor message, and I actually thought that this message was like done when I did a video on my conversation channel. It's a motif, and it started because yesterday morning I woke up feeling grandmother energy, and the energy was just because everyone is doing it, don't make it right. And so channeled that into a whole video, woke up today feeling the same way, okay? And so spirit is definitely saying that this was meant to be a collective grandmother message in general in regards to accountability. You know, we live in a world right now, I'm hearing grandmother say right now, is strange times. And in these strange times, it's like so many people are easily offended. So many people, you know, you can't give any type of correction. And I was talking about that in the video. You can't give any type of correction without people taking it offensive or getting defensive, right? Which is only showcasing their personal insecurities. And so, but when people show themselves in that manner, it makes it hard for people to want to be connected to them though. Because we need to be open to change. We need to be open to growth. We need to be open to different viewpoints to really get to the heart of what truth is. And so I'm feeling this energy of just because everyone is doing it, don't make it right. You know, there's still a such thing as right and wrong. You get what I'm saying? That energy is really heavy right now. So there may be an instance going on around you right now, whether if it's at your job, in your family, or a friend group, where the majority wants to do one thing, but you know that thing is not the right thing to do, right? And some of you all may have actually spoke up and said something, and then you got shut down, like that, right? It's giving this energy of be slow to anger and quick to understand. I'm hearing grandmother energy say right now. So even on your end, if you're the one who's receiving the brunt end of after trying to tell someone that something that they are doing is wrong or incorrect or that it could be changed, for you to be slow to anger and quick to understand, you know what I'm saying? So when people go off on you, you know, in response to something that you say, don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. It's really just their internal self, their internal spirit, the insecurities within their internal spirit that is coming out in that moment. A lot of people don't like to be challenged. Okay, and a lot like to live within comfort. And this energy is giving, it's important for you to not live in a place of comfort. Okay, because that is not a safe place. I'm hearing heavily, that is not a safe place. Be slow to anger and quick to understand. So you may even be being called to understand more of human psychology, how the brain operates, how the brain moves, what makes people, you know, be a certain way. In reality, it is social media, society, all of that adds into the humans that are being created now and bred, okay? There's a lot of people who are narcissists and don't realize that they're narcissistic, yet are blaming everyone else as being narcissistic, okay? And being easily offended and unable to correct is another sign of someone who has some ego problems, okay? But this is also giving, oh my gosh, I just left my head. Grandmother, come back. It's giving this energy of a person who does not like to be open to new things easily. They may even have a hard time keeping friends, keeping a relationship, keeping positive family relationships as well. because of this insecurity. It's like a self-sabotage type of energy where they feel like they're being attacked. It's a vibe of someone's personal trauma comes up when they get corrected. But I'm hearing this grandmother energy say, you know, you're in this teenage energy, right? You want to go out, you want to do things with your friends, you want to do this, you want to do that, and grandmother is saying, baby, that ain't gonna end well. Baby, that ain't. You know what you doing. You know what you doing. You saw it work for Sally over there, okay? And then Veronica, you saw her get, you know what I'm saying? It look like they having fun. Ain't nothing bad gonna happen to you. Then boom, something happened, and now all of a sudden you're thinking about the things that grandmother had told you. You immediately start thinking about the things that grandmother told you when she was just trying to correct you, but you were smelling yourself. Okay, it's giving like an energy of someone is smelling their self right now, and they don't want to be corrected about anything. It's not your responsibility to change their mind. It's not your responsibility to do any of that. You know, present the information, present the facts, and go on about your day. Okay, do not allow someone else's negative Nancy energy, you know what I'm saying, or negative Nick energy to rub off on you. You get what I'm saying? Because you have more important things that you need to focus on at this time. It makes me think of even at work. So some of you all, for those of you who are at work, even as a teacher, right? This is something I had to learn through and work through when it came to being corrected and knowing that they're not coming at me as a person, but more so just wanting to help, right? So we all have coaches. So I can have a way of teaching and classroom management, and you know, I feel like it's working for me, but I'm putting in all this extra work, right? But it's working, you know, even though I'm like a duck with, you know what I'm saying, a duck in water, underwater, I'm doing this, or above water, it looks like this, right? But then they come in and show me a simpler way of doing it. Now, if I wasn't open to correction and coaching, this way is right, this is what I was called to do, and da 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 da, and it's just like, dang, baby, they just trying to show you a simpler way. They just trying to show you a simpler way. And I had to learn that from my first year of teaching. That it has nothing to do with me and my ability to teach, but just in the sense of the coaching and the information to help me see things from a simpler perspective. Okay? So, okay, grandmother said we ain't need no cards. Baby, 5 of Wands, High Priestess, and the Tower. 5 of Wands, the fight or the conflict is something that has happened. A clashing of minds, a clashing of, I already said minds, a clashing of energy, a clashing of opinions, a clashing of feelings. Okay, so then when two people, you know, are clashing, ain't nothing getting done. You hear me? And all someone was trying to do was show someone more esoteric information. The thing is with esoteric information, very few people are privy to the information or understand the information, right? And honestly, sometimes it's a red flag when everybody is doing this one thing. That's not always a good thing to follow the crowd. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like sheep in a way. And so with this High Priestess energy coming out, you or someone else was trying to show another side to something, a deeper meaning of something, esoteric knowledge. Okay, the High Priestess represents the cosmos. She represents light. She represents dark. She represents the unknown. Okay, it's like she's that mother that gives you all the knowledge and wisdom of the world, but then she still lets you go out and make your decisions to choose what you're gonna do at the end of the day. At the end of the day, she lets you know that the choice is yours, right? And so some type of conflict came about with this High Priestess energy that may have caused some type of a tower, which is like a tower in this relationship. So someone may not be speaking to you, or you may not be speaking to someone else, you know what I'm saying, right now, because of something that was done or something that happened, a misunderstanding. Okay, someone feel like they burned down someone's home or they burned down their stability. Okay, because in here it's like a squirrel is looking up at his little hideaway it got hit with lightning. And now his shelter is disappearing. So someone's world got turned upside down by something that someone said, and they're trying to work through this tower. But the thing is that the tower should be something that is welcomed. The tower is an ego death. Okay? So whether you see it or not, there is someone around you who is going through an ego death, or grandmother is saying that you need to go through an ego death to be fully open to new information, deeper understanding. You know, now I'm hearing a hard head make a soft ass. Ooh. Some of y'all grandmothers didn't like cussing, but some of y'all grandmothers did, because she used to say that. Because the fact that I felt the ooh, but then I felt another grandmama say, "You okay, baby?" Which one of y'all grandmamas tried to call me out? And which one of y'all grandmothers told me, "It's okay, baby"? Because one of y'all grandmamas used to be like, a hard head make a soft ass. And sometimes you have to learn from experience. That's the tower card. The hard head creating a soft bottom, okay? When the tower has to happen because the ego refuses to change, to go through the death. It refuses. But in order to see properly and to see clearly, to get to the star, you gotta remove some things, you know. And I just posted in Discord, and I think I posted on the community tab too, about September and the energy of September. I'm about to read it because I woke up this morning with my mind stayed. Okay. Reminder, do not be easily offended today. Be open to learn something new. Keep your ego in check when you feel like someone is trying to come for you or present information that is different from your norm. That is true spiritual growth. Happy new month. Because autumn and fall, well, you know, for the parts of the world that actually receive fall season, because not every part of the world receives the same seasons. Okay. But it's time to release outdated beliefs, feelings, patterns, okay? You have to allow all of that to leave you. That's the tower energy. The leaves are falling off the trees. The dead weight is falling off in order to make room for the new, in order to make room for the upgrade. You realizing there ain't a lot of motion in your life right now? What needs to be changed? What needs to be let go of? Where do you need to evolve? Where do you need to add an extra spunk? You get what I'm saying? Because most times it's us. You know? So be slow to be offended and quick to learn. Quick to be open to hearing alternative perspectives and viewpoints. There is no one relationship out there where we're all going to agree on everything. But when we have someone who cares enough to try to hold us accountable with situations that they've experienced, seen, known, you know, looked into, and they want to share it with you, be open to receive that. You don't have to get offended. Even if you don't like what they said, just say, okay, thank you, and move on. But you have some people who will try to combat it and try to find a way to tear that person down because of what they said. And, well, you didn't do, and you didn't. And it's just like, whoa, baby, all that ain't even needed. You're just showing your inner self right now, right? So watch out for people who are like that as well. Who, as soon as you do something or say something they don't like, they try to tear you down. That's emotional manipulation, emotional abuse, mental abuse, actually. That's what abusers do. They try to manipulate you because something that you said triggered something in them. So now they have to say something to try to make you feel less than. So they got to find some type of fault of yours that they feel that they've seen. That's toxic. And it's time It's a season of holding ourselves accountable. It's a season of holding ourselves accountable. And how we handle things. You know what I'm saying? There's how to do things. How to do things. We don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to try to tear someone else down in order to get your point across, or because you felt hurt, or because you felt like someone was trying to come for you. You get what I'm saying? So don't fall for that. If someone else is trying to do that to you, it has nothing to do with you, and it's all of them and like their internal processing. And you honestly just triggered something in them. You triggered an insecurity inside of them. You triggered a trauma inside of them that they haven't quite dealt with yet. Okay? And it's important for us to focus on those triggers if we want to keep evolving, unless we want to stay in one position. Some of y'all grandmamas was a Christian, okay? Some of y'all grandmamas was a Christian, because I keep hearing that song, woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Jesus. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed or focused on the Lord. That's something that grandmamas, I'm getting this energy of like singing when they are like focusing their energy on something that is higher than them, something that is not low. You get what I'm saying? So when they go low, you go high type of energy. So focusing on a higher spirit, a higher plane than themselves to keep being elevated, versus focusing on things down here on the ground in the physical that's meant to keep us bound. We got the Strength card coming out. And you may find yourself wanting to say something bad, do X, Y, and Z. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Ooh. All right. I give myself permission to switch off my mind and have some fun. And this makes me think of, don't worry about why someone went off on you, why someone reacted a certain way. Cut all that off and go do you, boo. Cut all of it off and go do you. Period. Everything happens according to divine timing for the best results. Period. And even, to the fact of when you tell someone, something that is of truth, they don't always get it right then and there. But years down the line, they will remember it. Okay? So if you feel called to speak truth and share truth, whether if it's going to be received in that moment or not, know that it will always be remembered. And one day, they may see it. And as always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what you want to do. Period. Okay. I actually had plucked some flowers. Jonah and I went walking and I saw some cute little like flower type plants or whatever. So what's this over here? And so I put them inside our bouquet because we had mums, but it was only like 4 mums that was included. So I was like, let me put some other flowers up here. Ooh, not this fell off. Okay, I'm breaking stuff. But yeah, so that's the vibe. I love you all. And as always, continue to bloom.